Logan Paul just got a brutal reminder of what happens when you build a billion-dollar brand on hype, teenage obsession, and zero long-term vision. Let's just say, it's ending exactly like CryptoZoo did with lawsuits, embarrassment, and a whole lot of you played yourself energy. Prime hydration, once worshipped like holy water by 12-year-olds and gym brothers, is now collecting dust on Walmart shelves, sitting right next to expired Go-Gurts. From selling out in seconds to racking up lawsuits like Pokemon cards, Logan's empire is officially falling apart. But to understand how it all unraveled, we need to rewind to the launch of Prime in 2022. Logan Paul and KSI acted like they'd invented electrolytes. But Logan didn't just want to sell a sports drink, he wanted to sell a dream. A dream of a billion-dollar exit, a fat paycheck, and a legacy that screamed, "I scammed my way to success again." They pitched Prime as the next Gatorade, but instead of real performance value, consumers got a flashy bottle filled with artificial hype and a Logan Paul thirst trap. Still, the hype worked for a while. Kids were treating Prime like currency. Parents were fighting over it in stores. Influencers were hoarding flavors like they were preparing for doomsday. Drop after drop sold out. Logan and KSI were convinced they were on the same path as body armor. The difference, body armor played the long game. Prime tried to microwave a legacy and ended up with a flaming mess, and the numbers, brutal. In the UK, Prime's revenue plunged from £122 million in 2023 to just £33 million in 2024. That's not a dip, it's a nosedive. Net profit dropped from £3.7 million to just £312,000. That's not even enough to refund CryptoZoo victims. Globally, Prime sales reportedly dropped 92%. Even in the US, where Prime once had momentum, sales were down 40% in early 2024. Safe to say, the hype burned fast and then fizzled out faster than Logan's NFT project. And now, retailers aren't even bothering to restock it. Even kids don't want it anymore. Because when your hype turns into a meme, your product becomes the punchline. And if falling sales weren't bad enough, Logan is now playing legal whack-a-mole. Prime is facing a buffet of lawsuits, and honestly it's hard to keep track. A $67 million suit from Refresco for backing out of a bottling deal. A $13 million ingredient supplier dispute for unpaid bills. A $5 million lawsuit over claims that Prime Grape contains toxic, forever chemicals. A class action lawsuit accusing the energy version of Prime of being essentially rocket fuel marketed to children. A mislabeling case over false caffeine content. Even the U.S. Olympic Committee is suing for using Team USA logos on bottles without permission. Altogether, these lawsuits add up to nearly $100 million in legal trouble. Meanwhile, Prime's profit this year is just over $400,000, so no, that's not billion-dollar brand energy. That's more of a can I pay in monthly installments type of vibe. Let's be honest, Prime was never about hydration. It was always about hype. From day one, Logan and KSI weren't just selling drinks. They were selling exclusivity, mystery drops, influencer collabs, a lifestyle. They had kids flipping bottles like Supreme merch. Parents we talked to said kids were reselling Prime in schools for profit. It wasn't just a drink. It was the Yeezys of hydration, but hype is temporary. And once your product becomes easy to find, it better actually taste good. Prime tastes like melted Skittles mixed with regret. Or like swallowing perfume. What is that flavor? People eventually realized they were paying premium prices for glorified Kool-Aid in a gym bottle. Then came the avalanche of flavors. It felt like Prime was trying to finish a Fortnite battle pass, and now, the brand has no identity. Is it for athletes, kids, gamers, Logan fanboys? Nobody knows, not even Prime. To make things worse, Logan started pushing Prime everywhere, on podcasts, in schools, in lunchboxes. You couldn't avoid it if you tried. And the marketing gimmicks, unbearably cringe. Even worse, Logan and KSI tried to keep the momentum going by throwing shade at competitors like Gatorade and Liquid IV. But if your entire pitch is we suck less than them, maybe your product just isn't that great to begin with. And let's not forget Prime's claim to be a healthy hydration drink. Experts, they've debunked that one hard. Doctors, dietitians, and health authorities have dragged Prime harder than Twitter drags Rachel Ziegler, school's bandit. Parents panicked. Government officials labeled it unsafe for kids. Meanwhile, Logan's response. Trust me, bro. Yeah, we've heard that one before. In response to the backlash, Logan did what any influencer would do. He put on a lab coat, toured a factory, and acted like the CEO of GNC. But nobody's buying it. The lawsuits went viral. The trust is gone. Logan even tried brushing off the legal issues on his podcast, Greater Than So, like, someone sued us over forever chemicals. More than you'd be supposed to consume in a lifetime. Whatever. I made a TikTok debunking it. But yeah, people believe it, even if it's not true. Even though the lawsuit got dismissed, Logan admitted that the damage was already done. Another weak claim may still come, but they say it'll likely get dismissed too. Logan says it's all people trying to chase clout with frivolous lawsuits. We're not settling. Their claims are BS. But here's the thing: when your brand is poisoned, electrolytes can't save it. And while Prime collapses, let's not forget Logan's other disaster, CryptoZoo, an NFT project that promised innovation and delivered nothing but screenshots. Over $6 million gone. Buyers got nothing. Then CoffeeZilla exposed the entire scam.
So earlier this year, a weird string of rumors started floating around because someone sued us saying that Prime had forever chemicals, like more than you were supposed to drink in like a lifetime, whatever. I made a TikTok debunking it, but regardless, the rumor still got out there, and like low-key, the damage is done. And now, even though we're in this lawsuit, whether it's true or not, people think it. And so the lawsuit got dismissed. The plaintiff does have a chance to amend it, but she's chosen not to. She's coming back with one really weak-ass claim that's probably also going to get dismissed. But it's just like an example of people trying to get attention, make a quick buck on a frivolous lawsuit that actually has no merit or is based in nothing. And we're not going to settle. We're not going to settle because your claims are bullshit.
And instead of taking accountability, Logan sued him. Because, apparently, being exposed is worse than doing the scam itself. Now, the second FBI are reportedly circling. Federal charges may be coming. Logan claimed that CoffeeZilla's reporting drew government attention and accused him of advancing a false narrative to federal investigators. That's a bold accusation. And making false claims to the government. Serious consequences. At this point, Logan isn't just a bad businessman. He's a walking lawsuit generator. And here we are, Prime is dying. The lawsuits keep coming. The hype is long gone. Logan Paul's carefully curated brand empire is collapsing under the weight of its own ego. Because the truth is, Prime was never built to last. All style, no substance, all flash, no foundation. When your brand is built on clout, you better pray people stay interested. They didn't. Now Logan's left holding a half-empty bottle of regret. Not because people want him to fail, but because this mess was self-inflicted. Prime was never a real brand. It was a flex, a hustle, a shortcut. And just like CryptoZoo, shortcuts eventually catch up to you. So the next time your favorite influencer tells you to trust the process while chugging neon sugar water, remember, hype fades. But karma always comes with interest. Let me know what you think about Prime and whether Logan will ever be held accountable for the CryptoZoo scandal. Either way, Prime's fall feels like Logan getting exactly what he deserves.